So, I'm probably not going to be able to play my whole turn, but at least I can get a look at what's going on. So, I made some decisions and moved a lot of troops, and we'll go into it. I didn't realize at first while I was recording just how big the war with Muspelheim was, but Atlantis struck a hell of a blow, as it turns out. Maybe some of you noticed. I don't know. Let's take a quick look. So, I've got some trades. I'm empowering someone with blood. More on that. Okay, we got a lot going on. But first, this is underwater. As is this. I don't have a scout here. I do have some scouts moving around, but, yeah, looks like... So he retook these tiles. Well, this one's been taken. I can take a wild guess what the special monsters are. So so Muspelheim retook his territory, but he had been almost completely cut. And, he was paranoid enough to leave guards to make sure he always had an escape route. So he didn't lose his army. He lost a few, but he didn't lose the whole army. However, his army had barrels of air, meaning everyone could breathe underwater, and yet they retreated anyway when it sank. That does not seem right to me at all. Your troops can breathe underwater. Why would they run away? Why would they just stay? They can breathe underwater. He has the magic items to breathe. I don't get it anyway, but whatever. So he's struggling, but his army is intact. So, okay. Let's see what's going on over here. This is an invasion of slingers. Oh, and Basalt Kings. There it is. He had a huge army over here. I don't know where it went. Queen of Storms. I see. Elemental lords are in the fight. Lanka's still in play? Okay. Unexpected, but, okay. Sure. Huh. Alright then. Well, Lanka is still in play. That's just how it is. Oh no! And this is very, 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 very unwelcome news. I have to see what the hell happened. Did I make a mistake? Or did I just have the most expensive battle go wrong? One sec. I've never heard of this one. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, we have a disaster. Yeah, I get distracted. I really do like site searching, okay? I really like site searching. Site searching is so cool. Like, I don't know, man. I just really like it. Okay. So... What the fuck? What the hell is this? It's got 9 hit points. It's not dangerous. These have 80 hit points. Okay, these are pretty dangerous. But I brought an army! I just lost the teleporting thing. This is a disaster. I had no idea. Holy shit. So, this is a disaster. This thing cost 160. This thing cost 160. The rest of the gear ain't cheap either, but I died. This is a disaster. I had no idea they were this powerful. I had brought all kinds of stuff with me. And I had these guys, they were all kitted up. I even threw spears in their hands just in case it came to it. And I was just like, yeah, they'll spellcast, they'll buff themselves up. It's just some kind of air elementals, but... Storm power 4. I assume we'll see a storm then. Affliction resistance 99, damn. Okay. They're ethereal. Oh, trample. Trample? For an air elemental. Okay. Really? Are they really this dangerous? Okay. Okay. Lightning swarm, so they make one attack that doesn't miss, that does 6 electric damage? Am I reading this correctly? Because my guys have electric resistance, Would you hold still for a second? My guys have electric resistance. They ran! That's what they did. Did they just run? I mean, he is taking damage. Holy shit. I have seriously underestimated air elementals, and that was very, very, very expensive. We only killed 3 things. And for that, we lost... Holy shit. I lost the teleport thing. I was just going to put a temple here. I was like... I had no idea they were that strong. I had no idea they were that dangerous. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expected. God, that is bad! I can't remake it. Could remake it, but I shouldn't. Super useful though it is, and it could be very useful for an enemy, but ugh, man, that hurts. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about it. Okay, yeah, so... Alright, this went straightforward. No problems there. Alright. Oops. He was supposed to have disappeared. I'm honestly confused right now. I can't predict what's going to happen in the game. Just stuff happens. I don't know. Alright. Atlantis attacks. Atlantis attacks. Atlantis attacks. Oh, you went big into the air elemental route. Alright. So, population... Whoops. So, unexpected events are very much expected. We're not going to even try to go through them all because it's like 80 of them. Whoa! Somebody... That's a huge amount. Blue Moss Forest? That like doubled your population. I think Lanka just became a forest, and that's the emigrants from there. I think that's what that is. Anyway. Oh, hey, we found a scout somewhere. In the Blue Moss Forest. Sure, why not? I am not upgrading any of these any further. I stopped last turn. We're no longer upgrading forts. They're... Yeah, we got one on every tile, and that's gonna have to be good enough. Alright. Terrain changed. Curtain wall, huh? So we're not getting mushroom forests. We're not getting mushroom forests from having 5 growth. That is unexpected and important to remember in the future. That said, I can animate forests, and we've got a pretty good amount of them up here, if that ever matters. I could still get invaded. By elemental queens, apparently. I don't even know where to begin about all the things that are in motion. We're basically pooling our armies up into where these are. So we have a lot of troops moving into position right now. I'd kept them away from the borders, but nearby, so they couldn't be destroyed by a spell or something. I could still put up domes and things, but I don't know. Man, I can't believe those air elementals are that strong. I'm shocked. So... I guess they're roughly equal to Ill Earth. I thought the Ill Earth was like an extra strong. But, alright. You're supposed to be summoning allies. For the last couple of turns, I haven't seen any. Oh, right, yours. Okay, you summoned one Fiend of Darkness in a turn. Okay. For free. Now, if I were to cast Ritual Spell... What does it fall under? Not Bone Fiend. Fiend of Darkness. Basically, it's worth 3. That's what he does. It's worth 3. If I were to blood hunt with him, he'd probably bring back more than 3. So, that's a waste of his time. I might want to reposition him. I might want to reposition my vampires. We've made a few items. These go in with all of this over here. to make my ultimate warrior. Man, those air... I'm sorry, those air elementals are still bugging me. Alright, focusing. I did make a ring of returning. This is critical important. Okay. Just the important things. So, first off, you are going to do the thing now. I need to gather all the equipment and put it on you, and you're going to cast my global. At the same time, I also want to cast the Gigantomancy, whatever it's called. Machia, Gigantomachia. We're going to want to cast both of them. Mother Oak is still in play, even underwater, strangely. We could wait a turn to see if it gets conquered, but no. I hope that neither of the spells I cast try to hit this, because I put 140 gems into this, and it would probably win. I don't mind replacing anything, even Gift of Nature's Bounty. I'd accept replacing it, if it meant getting in the 2 spells here. Astral Corruption is what I'm researching now. 2 turns. We'll have it. A bit of a surprise, huh? Bet you weren't expecting that. But it's the most disruptive thing I could cast. So, yeah, that's what we're going for. Alright. You're gonna need every glamour booster I can fit on you. Similarly, we'll do our best with Earth for whoever casts the other one. I really hope they don't fall on the same slot. I mean, if they hit these 2, I mean, that'd be jackpot, but that's very unlikely. Odds are it'll knock out one of mine and one that's not. That's how I feel about it. Part of me really feels like they'll both land on my own. And that they'll try to cancel each other out. Anyway. Fire and earth. They multiply. 6. Okay, so I'm going to cast the 2 big spells. I'm going to do more vampires, of course. And we've got a lot of stuff moving into position right now. A lot of stuff. And we're summoning things. Yeah, the snakes are just kind of whatever. Just because. They have some heat. They could be useful. But, yeah, we're bringing our armies in. And we're gonna keep doing it. I need to bring... Oh, no, it's gone. Crap. I can't use the teleport thing. I was gonna use that to get him here, so I could claim the throne. It's gone now. I have no method of fast travel for him right now. Well, I suppose Super Spy can still claim a throne, but... Ah, crap. It's take him, like, a million rounds to get... I got no way to claim a throne right now. Man, losing that thing hurts. Oh, that hurts. This unique item already exists? No, it doesn't. It was lost. Oh, no one can know about this. One of those wind mages over here is holding it right now. Oh, I can't let anybody know about this. I don't know how to fight air elementals. I need to figure out how to fight air elementals and get my thing back. I could not. I don't even have the option to reforge it. No one's gonna find it. No one's gonna find it. Unless somebody had a scout and saw that fight and realized what happened, no one's gonna know. Crap. I was also gonna use it to teleport him. I had finally decided what I was gonna do with him, and now he's stuck. I guess the best use for him would probably be to sit on this throne then. Then just guard it. He could keep summoning allies from there. Man. Okay. Focusing. I can't claim any of the tiles that have an army on them, because there's an army on them! Alright. You can see we've been getting temples everywhere, and we've made sure, except in this one case, we've made sure that we had priests everywhere. Hello, what's this doing here? What is this doing here? Why is there a Basalt King here? Every tile around this is me. I have no idea why he put this Basalt King here. Seems a strange way to allocate your resources. Oh well. So, yeah, anyway. We can do some site searching, which I probably shouldn't even do at this late in the stage in the game. I should probably just give up on that, but I can't. I must search the sites. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we basically just keep templing it up. See, I'll do a bunch of site searching. Hopefully we'll find a bunch of cool stuff. I think I just installed a... Here it is. I put a lab here. You know what that means? We're going to site search this one. The Lost Canyon Range will be site searched next. So, anyway... Lots to figure out. I'll end up spending hours on this turn. But I don't think there's anything else I can really say. I want to put the domes up, but I want to get more armies here. But I can't teleport anymore. That's gone. I screwed up. So no teleporting more troops here. So I might as well just put the domes up. But yeah, this turn's big move. 2 more globals. And then, yeah, 3 turns from now, the Astral Corruption will hit play. And then I'll learn another global, because just because there's not enough room to fit all the globals I want doesn't mean I'm not going to keep researching them. I have no idea what I'm going to do with Enchanted Forest. I could change my mind yet. But everywhere in my dominion will start getting attacked. And any forest outside my dominion will produce dominion every turn. I don't know, it's a thought. It could be a thing. It could totally be a thing. Alright, let's see, this is at 7. Can't see this one. Tenchi, however, is getting candles on it. When you look at the world like this and realize this narrow stretch is all that doesn't have my dominion in it, as opposed to everything else, I don't exactly understand how it mechanically works, but I know that Gigantomachia is going to make me win more of the conflicts with dominion. And then Dreams the Awakening God, well, that's just one candle and every single tile every turn. That's as good as building, you know, a whole bunch of temples. Guys, I can't believe this happened. Alright. So I guess that explains why no one ever took this, but there were neutral provinces all over the place that no one retook that were bothering me for a long time. So, you know. Stupid thing. How I want my teleport stone back. I paid a fortune to make that. I got nothing to get it back with. These aren't going to do the job. We've got trample. Trample. Maybe it's a job for my super warrior. Maybe. I think I need nature to make this work. There they are. Oh. 4-2. I see it. I see the problem. Okay, there's the arms. Maybe it's his time to shine. Maybe I'll bring this fella out. I'll fully equip him. He's got 60 hit points. I put this on him. He'll have 75 health. He'll have attacks that are healing him every time he hits. 80 hit points. Oh, it doesn't affect Mindless. Pelling doesn't affect Mindless. They're already air elementals. Can't shock them. I'm not sure if Enslave would work. You can't risk all these artifacts to get back one artifact. Even if it's a real expensive one, I can't send him in alone. I have no idea how strong he really is. And there's no lightning resistance anywhere in this loadout. Eye Vengeance won't work. They're blind. No. Maybe I'll throw a whole bunch of vampires at the problem. I mean, even if they die, they'll just appear here again. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I might just have to let it go for the time being. Well, Anyway. Construct temple. Please construct the Temple of Doom right there. Very nice. Oh, really? Did you? It's moved. King of Banefires, yeah. I know he had more than that, though. Interesting that he's going for Ulm and not, someplace else. Well, you'll see. Really wish you could build bridges and demolish bridges and stuff. Oh well. I'm gonna have to play this turn later. I need to go to bed. And I needed to go to bed for a bit, and my mind is whirring on all the different stuff I'm looking at and could maybe do, and... Still holding. Even if everything goes wrong, or I should say if for Atlantis, if everything goes right for Atlantis, you can't actually win the game without taking one of the 3 thrones I'll be holding. Even if you took everything else. Which he's certainly making a concerted effort to do. This would be the primary target. This is a possible target, but it'll be pretty deep in my territory. And the one underground is just completely out of reach for him. There's... Technically, it's closer than the Lanka one. No, it's not. Anyway, he doesn't have stealth stuff. He might have some, but I don't think he has enough. You could try mass teleporting onto one of them, but I'll have to keep some defenses on them. But this is the most likely target because it's, you know, and it's worth 2 points, which is important because if he takes one of these, like let's say he took the Lanka one. Yeah, he takes that. Well, I take this. Well, that doesn't win him the game, because now he has to retake that. But, if he took one that was worth 2 points, wow, that's a lot harder for me to do anything about. And I'd actually be more likely to want to disrupt this one, because it's a lot easier for me. I don't know. Am I even going to be able to sleep, or am I going to be turning this over in my head all night? I don't know. What I do know is that we're blood hunting harder than ever. And that's only going to get more so. Okay, definitely don't want you doing that. I'll figure you out later. I'm gonna need that. Alright. Mark turn as unfinished. I'll finish you later. Okay, I screwed up, and I didn't record at the start of the turn, but I caught it, so now I'll just try to explain the move. So, this video will kind of be looking at things from the other way around. Nothing is going to surprise me, but, because I already know, but, I guess I'll be explaining myself. So, I lost the Forge. I cast Gigantomachia, and it replaced my Forge. So far, I've tried to replace a global with one of mine twice, and it's hit my own both times. I was told it hits a random global. So at the moment, I'm still thinking I'm just really unlucky, but I'm starting to question if they always overwrite your own instead of a random one, but we'll continue to go with it's probably just luck. I am putting up domes over my throne. I'll need to get the other throne underground as well. I've got a bunch of stuff. I did make a Wraith Lord. He's an immortal. He is not as good as a vampire, but he's different. I don't know what he summons yet for minions, and his immortality is tied to the province you summoned him in, apparently. He's very interesting. I'm going to actually keep him on one of my underground throne. He's going to be one of the guards there. That's probably going to be the least guarded of all my thrones, but I have to prepare, just in case it's targeted with something crazy remotely that takes it from me. Just in case 9th level magic's in play, artifacts are in play, even if I haven't seen anyone else make them. He must be making them. He must be. Atlantis, I mean. Atlantis must have researched them and started manufacturing them, right? I don't know. Anyway, we got almost nothing from site searching. We got like a couple of things here, one of which was that thing that gave +1 to a bunch of different types of gems that I just saw last turn. Yeah, I got another one of those, so we're and the other sites were both like astral sites, so we're doing real good on astral. But other than that, we didn't get anything this turn. We got a lot of blood slaves. I don't remember how many, but it was a big number. Alright, so now we gotta go into more disasters. Lanka sent me his gems and then attacked me everywhere he could. So, it actually kind of hurts. He actually jumped in, and I lost some good stuff. I lost I lost magic items. I lost temples get burned. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's Muspelheim. Lost 4 Phantom Lords for Vampire Lords versus the Storm Queens. These are immortal. They'll just come back. She's immune to afflictions, so she's not hurt. She's accompanied by some air elementals. I watched the fight. All they do is throw zombies or skeletons. They just throw skeletons and get wiped. Does not go well for them. So. Interesting, though, it's my first time seeing vampires on the battlefield, and also let me get a good look at what the Air Queen is. I'll talk about that when we get out of this. Let's just go over the fights. Anyway, I lost some good things, and as I said, I lost magic items, important ones. This is actually very expensive, the damage that was done to me. But, hey, what can I say, you know? I mean, he literally gave me permission to take his stuff. I never violated the nap. I never did. So... But... Oh well, what has happened, so... You know... I mean, to be fair, it is my Dominion that has cost him the game. But, whatever. Anyway, this vampire lord took out the PD by himself. Let me see, that was... No, this is Dragon. Okay, here's this one. Now, this one's interesting. We're gonna look at that one in a second. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So, this one is in... No, not this one. Shit, I lost track of it. What was it? This was me losing more of my stuff. Crap, what was it? Okay, Dragon Ridge. This one is more interesting. Where the 4 vampires lost their matchup. Here, he had his giants, which always kick everything's ass. And you come into play with a mirror image glamour. This one it's got ethereal and it's got protection, which is pretty good. He likes to do this fire cold thing, even though this is someone who's not good at dual wielding. But yeah, look at this stuff going on. So this is a pretty good setup. But it didn't cast its buffs. No mist form, no anything. A storm? A storm would have been pretty good. Some air elementals, maybe. But no, it just... Okay, there it goes. It cast something. No, it didn't. Okay, these two just jumped on her. Okay, they're jumping on her. So now you're fighting imps. And they are actually dispelling some of your illusions. Which is all they really need to do, is dispel your glamour. Till the fire giants come in. Hello! Everything I've seen this entire game that gets surrounded by these guys is just dead. I have never seen these guys lose a fight. Every time they surround someone, they get all that heat on them. They're super resilient and hard to get rid of. And they hit really, really hard and accurately. And they're tough. Every time I see them get the surround, it doesn't matter what it is, it's dead. These guys. So, yeah. Yeah, how about that? Oh, Muspelheim still scares me. His army is frightening. Alright, Tenchi loses one of his few remaining forces. I sent him... He gave me some glamour gems, and I forged some rings of air breathing that I'm sending him. We have a ton of disease spreading everywhere, and I think it's because I summoned that one guy. It's just everywhere. It's awful. We got all of our assassins. Okay. A bunch of my scouts. I'm trying to scout Muspelheim, but you can't scout him. I want to see what's going on, but he's always been catching my scouts. He's really good at catching my scouts. I think it's the wolves. I think the wolves are just good at them. He uses them to patrol. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. Well, over here it's just thralls from his vampires that caught that one. Anyway, we have the forts going. We have breached 3. And 2 terrains turned into farmlands. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. So I'm storming castles everywhere. So I'm storming this one. I'm storming this one. It shouldn't have anything resisting in it. But No, we'll try. I have 3 assassins coming here. I'm gonna get my teleport thing back. I'm just gonna assassinate them. That's the plan. Let's see, I think this fort I haven't breached yet. Not this one. But I got this one. So yeah, we got 3. We got 2 more we're gonna need to breach, and I'm not gonna try to explain. This is what my turns look like. All of this crap is not just above ground either. It's happening underground too. It takes me hours. I'm not gonna try to explain everything. I don't even remember what artifact I'm forging. Our artifacts are I was working on helmets. We no longer have the forge. And I'm casting the big spell. Since I got some from Lanka and some from Tenshi, plus the 25, I have enough gems. Please stop hitting my own spells! If it hits Gigantomachia, that's the worst. If it hits Gift of Nature's Bounty, it will dispel Gift of Nature's Bounty, but I think it loses, like, almost all of the gems in the process, so it'll become easy to dispel. If it hits one of these 3, it'll almost definitely dispel them, I think. I don't think anyone bid more than 200 gems in their process. So, it should knock out any of these, I think. Please, just don't hit my own spells! And next turn, I'm going to have Astral Corruption. I'm actually not certain that I can cast it. I'm unsure. I'll have this empowered to 3. And I have a lot of boosters I can equip. I might have to count them out again. I don't know. Anyway, we got a lot of boosters. If we can't, we'll empower him one more time, and then we'll do it then. So either next turn or the turn after, probably, we'll be casting Astral Corruption. At which point, at least for a bit, all these gems, I don't want to do that. I'm probably trying to spend more gems. The only real regret, I'm basically 1 turn away from having a second person who's making juggernauts. I may or may not choose to delay a turn. I want to forge some more brass bowls and cast some other things. So we may or may not wait another turn. But yeah, the blood, I mean, holy crap. Not only am I empowering someone, I'm making 5 more vampires. And I think I'm even forging a couple blood items. Our blood income is, well, it's kind of ridiculous. We got vampires all over the place doing their thing. And I also, you can probably tell I have a lot of people here. I've been pushing all of my stuff towards my borders. I've got them here. I've got less here, but you can see arrows pointing in. And there's armies here. There's armies with these 2. We've got them here. You can see all this. Here's a bigger one. Yeah. And you can see almost all the arrows are pointing towards these points. So, if there's a war, he will have all kinds of armies boil out of here, 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 here. Which is a lot to deal with. They're not really able to get in the water, but they could certainly burn temples. They certainly would burn temples and build temples everywhere. So, a war with me, not necessarily a good idea for Atlantis. not necessarily a good plan for Atlantis to do. So, I don't have a lot that goes in the water. I have a little, but not much. And we're, hold on a sec. I can have you... you can just use that. You can make for us a behemoth. I think behemoths are very good. I think they can work well for me. Anyway, I probably should forge a couple gate cutters. I should probably forge a couple gate cutters for potentially breaking castles open. If any of these that do fall, that's going to be burned temples and stuff. I'm rooting for Muspelheim in this, though. Yeah, Atlantis is terrifying at this point. Atlantis controls so much territory right now. And you might be wondering what Tenchi is doing. Is he gonna Wolven Winter to freeze the river and go over here and take this back? No! You already heard he's getting he wanted air breathing rings for the glamour gems. He's gonna jump into the Hungry Sea. Apparently already has, and I think he's gonna muck around in the water. Maybe he'll burn something in the Devil's Pond. Maybe he'll go for his capital. He might. He might actually be planning to try to retake his capital, which would be amazing if he pulled that off. He's got only 380 units left. Can you bring a fire elemental underwater? I don't think... Does it say it can't go underwater? Because I don't see any game logic reason why it wouldn't, but it feels very, very wrong. Anyway, I don't know, maybe it can. It'll be interesting to know. Yeah, this whole side, I don't see him being able to recover all of this. Well, we shall see. The assassins are like the thing I'm hoping for most. These armies... They look kind of washed out. There's maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Look, he's out of the game. The armies are supposed to despawn, I am told. And I just have to take it on faith that other people know how this game works better than I do. I've never seen anyone dom killed before. This is all new to me. Oh, I mean, again, it is my first multiplayer game. I didn't even know the value of blood at the start of it. I knew it existed, and I got this at the beginning, and I had no idea how valuable this was. It actually originally annoyed me because of the unrest a little, but I just didn't know the value of it. Now I come to see, like, holy shit, finding this right off the bat, that's insane. I didn't even site search for it. The game just handed me this. And, I mean, it got me started. It's been worth over 200 blood over the course of the game. But so much more than that because it got me my hunters. I've been making a lot of ghosts. I think that these will disappear if anybody does a ranged fire attack, but so long as I have domes up, that shouldn't be a problem. Any place where I have domes can definitely keep a large contingent of these. And, I think they might be very good on the battlefield as long as they don't have AoEs that melt them. So, basically fire. I don't think they're... Or chain lightning. Fire or chain lightning are the things that would make these evaporate. Otherwise, even if you have magic weapons, there's just a lot of them. There's just a whole lot of them, and I don't know. I think having 100 of these is just a very good way to keep the enemy busy while real troops move forward to do the actual damage. In my theory. I'm pretty sure, I don't know why, Ill-Earth has stopped summoning a while ago. He just, every turn, he's set to summon allies and just fails. Nothing happens. He's been doing that for turns now. I don't know if there's an RNG, like if he's making a roll every time he calls or what. But I don't really care that much. I mean, the Earth Elementals are awesome, but they are awesome. I'm gonna end up, once I recover my teleport stone, I'm just gonna put him here. He's gonna be the keystone to protecting this throne. And I don't consider this throne to be all that, I don't consider it to be in danger. It's so solidly deep inside my territory. Even though I don't have fortresses down here, still, it's just a lot of walking to get there. So unless he... I mean, he could go from here, he could sink this, and then it would be on his border. But, I mean, he'd be inside my territory. Even if he's underwater, he's still in my territory. It's right near my capital. I guess the worst thing he could do would be if he could sink it. But we're going to put the domes up, which I still don't know if that protects from the Lost Land. And I'll probably put domes up on this one as well. Not this turn, obviously. But... do I have any... My naiads are all busy down south. I should put the domes up of air and tree at least on this one, and then we'll put them on this one. Yeah, I think that's a good use for you. You can put up the tree domes. This guy can do the air domes when I have the air gems to do it. And we'll just hope Lost Land doesn't go through it. We'll figure out a way to get my guys to protect this. There's almost no way this can be threatened, but I'm putting defensive stuff in it anyway. Some ghosts, some behemoths, and I actually have a fair amount of archons that are pointed here. This guy's not going to stay here forever. He's, he was just hanging out here for a little bit. It's a good place to respond in many directions, depending on where he's needed. I'm still making up my mind on some aspects of this move. I think this is actually a better location for you. One tile over. You can still access here, but it brings you a little bit easier to get underneath where we might have big issues. I could even put him in here. I don't know. We are researching the Dome of Seven Seals. I have every intention of using the Dome of Seven Seals on the thrones. And probably just the thrones. Whoops. No, wait. It was... there it is. But it's going to be a pain in the ass to cast. So we're going to want to get those up, and the other thing I'm going to want to cast, regardless of if I've Astral Corrupted or not, there's a specific artifact. I'm probably going to delay the Astral Corruption a turn. What is it? There was a specific artifact. It cost astral. It was. Where is it? Shit, I know what it looks like. There's a dome somewhere. A portable. There it is. That's it. It doesn't look like it. Anyway, it looks like a gemstone. This. I want to make this too. It's good. It's just nice. It will it's good. I'll make it. I'll make it and I'll probably use it. So yeah. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna astral corrupt next turn. It's probably the turn after that I do the astral corruption. And I would oh man, if I pour the boosters on to use this dome. But I probably want to put the domes up, too. I don't know. We'll probably be able to put the nature and air domes here. I definitely have air moving here. I should be able to put an air dome here if I'm willing to make some air gems, or if I can convince someone to trade me a few. We'll see. We'll see what I can do in that regard. Yeah. Because I would like to get an air and a nature onto this one as well. Yeah, you were going to go research over there, weren't you? I'm actually going to ask you to be here. That way, you can put up a... Yeah, we'll put domes here and here. Nature and air. That's the combo we go for. Air and nature. I guess I'm a little iffy about the Dome of Seven Seals. I want it. But I don't think anyone's going to be able to easily get rid of my astral corruption, and if they do, I'll just put it up again. I have the blood to do that. I'm probably better off taking combat spells, and although these are cool, they're hard to use. Actually, that's part of the problem. All the really good combat spells are really hard to use. Guy's Blessing would be like my first choice, but I don't have anybody with Nature Earth. I would have to empower the Naiads, which, if there's astral corruption in play, I could spare the gems to empower people for a specific spell. Earth Shatter Army is more doable. Most of my guys use spears, though, which is the one thing that it doesn't apply to. Demon Cleansing is certainly interesting. Not really a lot of people using demons, though, is there? I guess Firestorm and Lightning Field. Lightning Field's very hard to cast. And Niffle Flames. You know, I could work with these. We could go that way. We could definitely go that way, actually. Army of Gold is sort of natural for us. I don't like the shock weakness, but I can ground the army with a second guy to counteract it. Army of Rats is weirdly usable and hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious to use this on the enemy. So, difficult to negate with magic resistance. Or. Nope, not a single combat spell here. Okay. So basically it comes down to, do you want Army of Rats, Firestorm, Army of Gold, Or, I mean, I do want Guys Plus. I think it comes down to those. Which one is the... Whoops. Which one is the best? Which one would have the most effect? I do kind of like these a lot. There's just something, like... But... I have a lot of naiads. I could make that one tree branch that will let them do Army of Rats. It might be the best. Unless I'm fighting like a single superpowered unit. And you know what? There's nothing here for dealing with a single superpowered unit. These are all army killers. Army of Rats is an army killer. The one that boosts my defense is great if they don't have, you know, a sort of sharpness or something. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, there's no... Everything here, no combat spells again. Huh. This is one of the things the vampires can do for us. You know this? The vampire's throwing this out. 40 points of irresistible damage. We got some ways to deal with, strong units. I have no idea if I'm even going to use this. But we'll take Army of Rats. And you know what? Oh, man, I wish I still have my forge. We're going to go out of our way. We're going to go out of our way to forge... Ah, shit. I gotta get to Nature 5 to do it. Well, that's inconvenient. Oh, no! Somebody's using it! Crap, I can't make one right now. I'd want to make a couple of those real quick. But I can't! Huh. This is a problem, because the guy who's got it, he's in a tile with no lab. He was going around site searching for us. Good news, he'll have a lab next turn if I want to take it, but still... If I still had the forge in play, I could have forged multiple of them. Losing it this turn hurts. It really hurts. It's not that big a deal. Army of Rats only needs Nature 5. I could easily get a couple of them to be able to cast it. I've got enough different kinds of boosters. Last turn I ended up making the Black Book, which is a death blood booster, which I've lent out to somebody. Somewhere has it right now. Anyway, we'll see. Oh, last thing to point out is, this is it, man. There we go. This is all that's not under my dominion. This narrow little band here. This will be under my dominion next turn. Even the underwater tiles don't have that many candles on them. Look at how many of them are just 2s and 1s. I want to fill in all of this, ideally. But starting next turn... Assuming it doesn't target something that's too big for it to replace. It's a 20% chance. God, I hate that. I could try throwing a Dispel, but I don't have a lot of confidence in it. It would come up. Yeah, I really should just take the gamble. So just take the roll of the dice. Just take the roll of the dice. But yeah, assuming I keep both Gigantomachia for the +3 to Dominion Conflict, and then one candle hitting every single one of these tiles every turn, and then we cast Astral Corruption! And, pollute everyone's mana so nobody can use spells except me and my vampire hordes, and I guess Muspelheim also has blood, so, Muspelheim can still do stuff. But, yeah. Okay. And I'll warn Muspelheim that I'm casting it. So, he'll turn his mages off. I had a description of what it's like, and it sounds like it's really oppressive. Like, anybody who does anything that costs more than 5 gems is gonna get attacked. Probably going to get attacked. So it sounds super oppressive. I have a nap with Atlantis. Does that mean I have to warn him when I cast the global? I don't think it does. Is it a violation of your nap? I'll ask opinions. I don't think it is. It wasn't a violation when he threw a dispel at one of my globals. And I think a nap is just you can't attack each other. Or I would include cast hostile targeted spells, like targeting their tiles with something like Woven Winter feels like it would be violating the nap, Yeah, feels like that would violate the nap. But a global? It doesn't violate the nap. It's a global. It affects everyone. Huh. I don't have to tell him, do I? I think I do. I'll ask opinions. I'll ask opinions of people who play the game. What they think. Yeah, I don't think it does. That's the thing. I don't like the soft nature of naps. They're a bit. They're far too. I don't know. The community kind of just has how they do them. There's no solid rules on what they are or aren't. And I really dislike the idea that somebody can just violate them. That anybody can just ignore them and decide to turn on you. That you're basically just based on... They're basically based on trust. And that's hard on me, man. I don't trust anyone. Anyway, and nobody should have trusted me. Look at this board! The entire underground is 100%. And then the overworld is like most of the way there. I don't know how many provinces are in the game, but I've got 93 temples. It'll be over 100 soon. I've been wondering if having more Dominion made this guy bigger at some point, or if it's just the fact that there's a 10. Is it the fact that he's in a province with 10, or does every point of Dominion spread make him slightly better somehow? I don't know. I just know he'd be difficult to fight right now if I equipped him properly. I never did do Gift of Health. I really wanted to. I really wanted to cure all the afflictions. I just wanted to cure their afflictions. They're suffering, and I don't like it. Anyway, that's where we are. I'm kind of gathering more of my forces here. I've got a bunch of stuff here, but most of it's stuff I feel could sink in the water. But, the generals will try to run away anyway. We'll see what I can do here. We'll see what I can do. Lost Land is a very oppressive spell. I tell you what. think there's no other news to report. So I'm end the turn.